On this this Sunday afternoon, this 26th of July, I come alive once again to all my followers right throughout the country, and it's been a terrible last few days, especially with the disappearance of 27 lives who were out on a weekend picnic on an island. Now, evidence so far point out that there was piracy, and it's not the first time it's happened in Papua New Guinea, and it's not very safe to travel by boat in certain areas, and the government is going to look at it. There seems to be piracy at sea, and innocent people that wanted to enjoy the weekend that lost their lives, and it's so sad, and it's just inhuman to imagine that innocent people could lose their lives while trying to have a bit of leisure and the free time. But it calls for the government to introduce tougher measures to protect lives of people who are traveling out by boat, and you need to improve licensing and monitoring of innocent people that go out to sea. And for such travels like picnics or events like this, they should obtain permits and get coverage for protection. We've got modern technology. We've got modern communication. We have no problem with communication. We have drone technology, and people should not be losing their lives to criminals and irresponsible people. So it's been a very sad last few days to hear about the losses of 27 people at sea who are not suspecting that they could be losing their lives. During the week, I've covered a lot of issues, and I made a very big call asking the Chief Justice and the public prosecutor, including those who are heading law enforcement agencies, to resign from their positions because they are not doing the mandated duties. And I was also informed that on Tuesday last week, my friend and the former PPC for West New Britain, Sir Benedict Simanjuan, was called in on the 21st of July by police on the instructions of the police commissioner, David Manning, to be interrogated at the 7 Mile police station, and he was later taken down to police headquarters in Konedobu at 5 p.m. For a meeting with the PPC, which did not take place, but I think police headquarters had allowed him to go home, and we do not know if we will be called up, but this issue on the rape case with Flora Masor is not a new case. Police Officer Sergeant, Detective Sergeant Chinol Pakyapon was also dismissed from the police force and reinstated over this matter. And the People's Anti-Corruption Movement, under my leadership, which is a non-government organization, we have taken out a writ of summons, WS number 53 of 2025, asking the court to issue a mandamus order to the police commissioner, David Manning, to come before the court of law to explain himself as to why he cannot be prosecuted under PNG laws for an alleged crime of abduction and rape of Flora Masor. So, Mr. Commissioner of Police, You are at liberty to get advice from your lawyers as to how you should deal with this matter. It's a very prominent and public case, and the Prime Minister of this country cannot play dumb and ignorant like he has always done to protect his own personal and selfish interest. Now, Prime Minister Marape, you ought to take counseling. You have proven to be very arrogant, and we don't blame you. As I always say, I don't blame you. You don't have the same exposure, and you probably don't have the same cultural background like the rest of us. And we have been brought up to observe the rule of law in our every conduct in society. And especially when you hold a position of trust and responsibility as Prime Minister of the country, there is no room for any discretion. You are the law. You are the head of the law in this country. And you are supposed to lay down the rule of law. Now, I don't mince words. And I think you have come to appreciate, and the country appreciates, who I am and what I stand for. And when I speak directly. There is no ifs and buts. I tell you straight if you are wrong or you are right. And like I call on the Chief Justice to resign and the public prosecutor to resign, this is my 200 or 1,000 times that I have called upon you to resign, because your arrogance will prove nothing. Your arrogance in thinking that you are invincible and that you are above the law, it does not go down well with the rest of this country. Look at yourself. You just came out announcing to the world that you have suspended 70 heads of department. Which 70 heads of department did you suspend? We want to see the gazettal notice. We do things according to law, not just blah, blah, blah to make political impressions. This country is fed up with your bullshit. And we don't support the opposition or anybody's political interest, but we are telling you, I am telling you straight in the face, James Marape, member for Tari Pori and Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea, you are not a fit and proper person to continue as Prime Minister because of your bullshit. Look at yourself. You have come to the defense of the former Defense Minister, Dr. Billy Joseph, who had tried to use his position as Minister for Defense to bring in his tribesmen to join the army. And you come out clearly, you come out in public and say that he is innocent until proven guilty by a competent court of law. It is your responsibility as the head of the government to lay down the law. Any implication, any insinuation that you are not doing the right thing should now become your responsibility. And I am calling you to resign because you are not a fit and proper person. So tomorrow, Monday, you will show us a gazette of how many officers you have suspended. And not forgetting, Prime Minister, our matter, OS number 8, against you as Finance Minister and Prime Minister for not accounting for public monies, came out on April 9th this year. And I was not able to attend because I was arrested and charged on a complaint that emanated from your end, signed by the Chief Secretary, that Mohammed John Ndemongo Kua should be arrested for cybercrime. I am out on bail, and this adjournment has taken so long, and I'll be appearing in the magistrate's court in Kundiawa on the 31st of July, Friday next week. And I expect you to come forward with your lawyers or whoever's representing you to file your complaint and tell the court as to why I should be charged for cybercrime. And if you don't have any case against me, you should also advise that you have withdrawn your complaint. Other than that, I am too willing to go to court with you because, let me remind you, I'm not a pastor's son. I am a copper's son, a policeman's son. And the law has been with me all my life. And not only because my father was a policeman. My ancestry is all about law in this country. Before the white man's arrival, we made sure that people conducted themselves by convention and not to use discretion to do anything, murder or steal or rape or do anything as they please. And I want to remind you that your conduct so far is one thing. In other words, I'm just reminding you that you are not a fit and proper person to run this country. Look at yourself. Look at yourself. You appointed a foreign academic to take up the Electoral Commission. And she is reluctant to take office 4 weeks after. You have appointed her simply because she was an anthropologist in Ella Taripori. You have cannibalized the Department of Planning. And you given that job to David Were, who's a Southern Islander. And he was the very person who was responsible for paying out 750 million kina to Ibwen's construction, owned by Moses Palipe, who happens to be your business partner. Now, who the hell do you think you are, Mr. Marape? Don't bring this country to ruins. I just want to let you know that you are not a fit and proper person to continue as Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea. I am not here to promote Peter O'Neill or James Marape or Alan Baird or anybody. I am just reminding you that in any country, it's operated on the principles of the rule of law. You're not a king. You are nobody. You're just an ordinary person like me, myself. You have been mandated by the people of Taripori, and you have been elected by members of parliament to be Prime Minister. And that does not give you any power over the rule of law. So if you are watching me, you better do this country and do yourself a favor. And you should resign immediately because everything is going haywire because of your arrogance. Arrogance in English, mila toki mila tok pisin. Tintin believe you think all same. You got big plus sour through, or you got big plus power through. You know got power. You know got sour. You one can manage to mipla. That's why you must sour law, respect him law. Law stop and law and karma mo the man lots the world, lots the ground. Even king too, law karma mem. King by not have go kill him man nothing. So you broke him law to us. Law this like suspension list blow you. You me like sour tomorrow. Whether you suspend him, police commissioner or no God. Suppose you know suspend him, police commissioner. Me ask him you will resign tomorrow because you want like kusai man. Now country not have respect you anymore. Now you not gonna bring him more trouble as the country. You know all picking talking you, me talking you, Prime Minister. Tomorrow you suppose you know suspend him, police commissioner. One time all plenty man all poly money to the country. You not gonna get man more kusai more, you must resign. You know can think was in one man inside the country but portly you. You said by me portly you are him. You are him good. So me talk good Sunday lo you. Now you must sawe was him law I karabi you me all get a man this la country not la ground. Donald Trump or Prime Minister or President or when Israel or President or Prime Minister of Australia, you know about the law. All get a man me plus when it law. So you need law, understanding this law. You know, because you blow Tari Pori or you blow Ela Usad money, Portimi or Suruklo, you usai through. You're nobody. You're just like anybody else in this country. So enough of you acting as if you are arrogant and that you are invincible and above the law. I am telling you that you are not. Thank you for watching me. And like I said, I want to see a list of suspension, 70 people. I hope that the Chief Justice is on the list of 70 people, including the public prosecutor. Your one talk Simon Bole, and your one talk David Were, the Defense Secretary, your one talk John Agibe, they will all be on the suspended list, and I want to see a government gazette tomorrow that they have been suspended. Thank you for watching me today, Mr. Marape. We'll see you tomorrow.